bring me in with the Olympic music? We're raising our flag today. I'm the flag. I'm wearing my red, white, and blue as best as I can. Sport in America, baby!
Yeah, baby.
Olympics are going on.
And
I wanted to give a huge shout out to some of our best friends, Hunter and Tara Woodhall, that are currently in Paris. And one of them is currently a gold medalist, baby! Bringing home the gold for America. Tara did. Yeah, dude, today.
Oh, she freaking killed it.
She soared long jump.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
it was
dude.
amazing.
She jumped, get this, 7.1 meters.
Jeez.
21 feet and change, my guy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
21 feet. Can you imagine?
That's crazy. I would run out of breath running that distance, let alone jumping that distance. Like,
So true.
Goodness. I was seriously, it was the coolest thing to watch. And granted, Peacock. Dude, you were my savior today.
You're welcome.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything more than that other than he shared his cock with me. His peacock.
Not better.
Not better at all.
No, he lent me his login so I could watch the Olympics.
Don't admit that.
I didn't. I did, but that's all right. Shared.
Allegedly
shared. And yeah, it was fun. But what made me mad is it's a paid-for service. Mm-hmm. You still get the ads in between the shows, like live television. Mm-hmm. But also, if you click on a program, as you know, it plays an ad before it.
Mm-hmm. Or I can spend an extra $6 a month and have no ads.
Ew.
That is so... don't even... Oh, that pissed me off.
Yep.
I was like, this
We went
is
to all these
joke.
paid streaming services, so we didn't need ads. And then all the ads leaked themselves into the paid streaming services.
They're like, oh, we can make more money?
Yeah,
Okay.
right?
It's like the
it's
thing
terrible.
where they tease about, it's like, I'm going to pay for all of these things so I can watch it all. And it's like, we used to have that. It was called cable.
Yeah.
And then it's like the same thing when you see the videos. It's like, I wish we just had a centralized phone in the house that everyone could use. Yeah.
Gen Z just
Interesting.
invented the home phone.
Interesting. Well, let me introduce the table. We are your 5 best friends. We got Cam,
Hello.
Chris, who's now returned
Hello.
from a long absence.
He's still here.
Nah, he was
One
just
night.
gone. 2 nights.
1.5.
Well,
1.5.
1.5.
Either way,
podcasts,
he's
but-
back. Don't worry, he's not going anywhere. He's had a lot of life things going on, all right, guys?
A lot going
Give
on.
him some love. And something I'm sure you'll probably touch on here in the news, maybe. We got Tony,
Hey.
Zach,
Hola.
myself, Austin, and we're just going to be doing our vomit today with our segments. You weren't here for our segments.
Mm-mm.
Did you tune into the podcast?
No.
We have segments now, baby. We're organized.
Dude, I was just listening to that episode today, and every time you would backwind scream, I was dying.
What was it that you said the first time? Was it talk about your feelings? Is that what you said?
I can't remember now. Like,
That was it.
I was like, I couldn't understand him. He's like, talk about your feelings. Anyway, that's our segment. Talk
all
about
right.
your feelings in the news, what's going on in your personal lives,
Wow.
as well as around the world and locally. So, Chris, you want to start us off?
talk about your feelings.
I'm going to throw you on the spot, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Of course I know what you're
all
talking
right.
about.
Is that all right
It's
if we
a
talk
big-
about it?
What are you talking about?
He's
Can we
talking
talk
about the adoption's finalized. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Is that what
baby.
you're talking about?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
None of these fools were around to celebrate, but I
Nope.
was.
You were there.
I was there.
My
For
family.
once.
My
What do you
family.
mean for once?
For once you were there?
I'm always there.
He's
You
always there
weren't-
for me. I don't know
you
what your
weren't-
problem is.
You were. Hey, he wasn't there for the blessing. We were all there for it.
That's true.
What
That's true.
blessing?
He wasn't there for
Oh, I'm
that.
not LDS.
Doesn't matter.
Just
You
kidding.
believe in God.
What?
I've only got one
news
foot
to
in the
me.
door. I'm not even all.
Hey, man.
I'm not fully there either.
That's fine.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, adoption was finalized. We went to court. That's scary.
I want to know about it, man.
About what? Court?
All about it.
Yeah,
I
what's
wanted
it
to
like?
ask you that night, but couldn't really.
No,
You
dude.
had a lot going on.
There was a lot going on, huh?
Yeah.
So had to go to court. You have to. So mandatory in Utah that you have 6 months of. They call it
like not supervised. What's the word? But they just keep an eye to make sure everything's going good. You know.
Oh,
Probation?
It's not probation. I can't remember.
House arrest.
Yeah.
do you wear an ankle monitor?
No.
No, the baby does.
It's temporary for 6 months, just in case something
You're
goes wrong.
Under
You're-
investigation?
It's not really an investigation either.
Monitored.
You're monitored.
We're hitting all the words but it.
There's a tech. Yeah. Anyways, so 6 months of that. So we have her. She's ours, but that's still time. She's not fully ours. She is, but she isn't. It's such a weird.
Wait, hold on. She's not fully yours still?
No,
She
is now.
I'm her temporary custodian. Okay.
still?
For 6 months. Now she's fully.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. You are confused.
So for that 6 months.
Get with the time over here.
I was
I
trying
know,
to.
I know what you're talking about. It's okay.
Yeah, he would clean the house for her and stuff.
Yeah, we know.
Custodian.
Custodial work.
Give me a break, guys. I'm working back
he's trying
into
to,
this.
He's trying to get back into this.
Into the groove, you crazy.
And I threw him into the
bastards.
fire. Tell us about your feelings out the gate. Go.
Okay, so yeah, temporary custodian. Anyway, 6 months. You go to court. They do an adoption hearing. You go in front of the judge. He asks a bunch of questions, making sure that everything's legal. Everybody, all the right avenues were met. Our lawyer takes us into a room. He's like, just so you know, I'm not going to get into detail about it, but he's like, he may ask this question, that question. And we're like, oh no. Okay. But it wasn't about us, right? It's about the process and the other people involved. So we go into court, and those questions come up. And my lawyer was a freaking stud. He was a stud. So what they did is they go, well, because the father, the birth father, I'll just say it. It doesn't matter now. It's all over with.
Yeah.
So the birth father of my daughter was very abusive to the birth mother, and some other. Anyway, he's just not a good dude. So he wasn't. She had told him that she was pregnant, and he denied being the father, right? Which helps us out. What we didn't even know about the father at first, well, we can't because it's plausible deniability. Like, it's like, don't talk about it, don't say anything. So that's what our lawyer instructed us to do. So we didn't ask about it or anything. We got all the paperwork done. And then for the adoption, he's like, just so you know, they may ask this. He goes, but don't worry. He goes, your bill's going to reflect me knowing what's going on. I was like, okay, cool. He's like, so which means he had to research a ton, you know what I mean? Your final bill. So we get there, and he asks, and the judge is like, was the father notified? And he's like, well, which he was before, and then denied and, beat the crap out of the birth mother.
Oh,
so saying it's not his kid and this and that. Well, she has a younger daughter already who's a little over a year. And he beat her up while she was holding the baby.
Oh, gosh.
And pushed her down, and like he's a shit dude. Anyways,
That's an understatement.
Gosh.
yeah. So
Jeez.
she told him, but that's not on us. But the judge asked, has the father been notified? And my judge goes, Your Honor, and he goes over this big statute of what it requires in Utah to tell the father about the adoption and this and that, and goes over. He's like, he was not this, and this, and the judge is like, sounds good. I was like, oh, thank goodness. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because it's scary. Because
Yeah.
you get a piece of turd like that involved, you never know what you're going to be fighting for
Yeah.
and for how long until the end of time, right?
Yeah.
Because they just do things out of spite.
So the birth mother had told him, and he's like, that's not my kid. You're a whore and this and that. Like, just he's a piece.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, and I don't ever want to see him ever. Because, anyways, so.
He wasn't there at court, was
No,
he? Okay.
no. So we got it all finalized. We had a celebration. It was awesome. I didn't realize, I loved her from the beginning, and she was always mine, right? I didn't realize until we were at court. I broke down like a freaking ball like a baby.
Oh, dude.
Dude, my lawyer asked, he's a dick. He asked these questions.
Wait, I thought he was.
He's a no. He's
the
a dick
lawyer's
for
a
us,
dick?
and he's a good dude. He's a good dude. I'm just being a smart ass. He's a dick because he's like, do you promise to love this child and treat? How mother sucker, dude. Anyways, he worked me up because it was that final piece that you don't realize because she was already my daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But having that in court and publicly stating that in front of the judge and everything, I just broke down crying, and everybody's like, "Oh!" I was like, "Stop it." But yeah, it brought some like peace to some anxiety that I didn't even realize I had about the whole thing because I was like, we were in the normal routine of our lives for the last 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that I had some anxiety about this whole thing until we were at court, and it just, I don't know, it solidified everything. I was on top of the world. I got a beautiful daughter, and it's finalized. We're getting her Social Security now. Dude, it's so awesome.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
It's so
buddy.
awesome. She's got her person. I'm going to be honest about this. When we first, Alden, immediately when we had Alden, there's something biological about it because he immediately was attached to us. Lainey wasn't that way. Like, she was kind of distant to us for a little bit, and now she's finally coming out of her shell and, like, looking at us and grabbing us and holding, you know, like, recognizing us. But it was different. I don't know if that's just because they're two different children or if it's because of the biological factor. I wonder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I
But
mean, they say like even in the mom's belly, she obviously like
She
the
hears
baby gets the
voices.
attachment to the mom because she's a part of her.
right.
But then it's the voices and
Right.
things. So.
I think we've talked about this briefly,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize it. Like, I always loved her, and she was always she wouldn't like freak out when I hold her, but it's just almost like we were building, like, there wasn't that initial foundation. You know what I mean? And I don't know if any of you guys have experienced adoption or anything like that, but it's a little different. But our relationship grew since we had her instead of
Yeah.
her being born.
I get that.
And now she's just coming out of her shell. She just looked like smiling, big ol' happy. And she was a little fussy at the very beginning. And I wonder if some of it was because of that. Because now she's just all happy, loves mom, loves dad, loves brother, all of them too.
That's awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, that kid. I didn't realize how much he understands things either. Because we're on our way to court, and he's like, Dad, he goes, what if they don't give us Lainey? He goes, I don't know what I'm going to do if we don't get Lainey. I was like, dude, I didn't even think about that. What the hell are you doing to me? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Oh, man.
I'm like, dude, everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. And the lawyer's like, hey, I'd like to talk to you and Lisa personally. So if we can go in a room, and we go, and Alden is just like, no, like, because I didn't realize how much anxiety and how much he'd been thinking about the whole time. He never really said it, but you can tell until afterwards that he's like, I didn't know if we were actually going to get to keep her. I didn't know if I was going to keep my sister. And I was like, dude, you need to talk to me about this stuff. But, yeah, he had some anxiety, and then you could just see the smile on his face. He was up talking to the judge and all excited. We got pictures with the judge. It was a cool it was second to like Alden and Lainey's birth. That was one of the cool, and my wedding, one of the coolest experiences. It was so cool. It was so cool to get in there and have the judge. It's just, you don't ever go to court thinking it's going to be happy times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It was awesome. It was fantastic. We got it all settled. Lainey's ours.
Well, and that family
so
photo,
awesome.
man, so epic.
Oh,
You guys had that big old family photo there at the
Yeah.
courtroom. So cool.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. We had
So
support, a lot of support.
Could you imagine having to be that judge and on the situations where it doesn't work out and having
Right.
to tell him sorry you don't get the kid after you just spent 6 months with him?
Right.
Oh,
Well, and someone just was telling us that it was our neighbor. They're adopting a kid, and now it's been reduced to 3 months.
Really?
Yeah, just recently.
Huh.
So they're like they are able to adopt their son after 3 months. They don't have to do the
That's
6 months
awesome.
like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I said we adopted way back then because in my mind that's what it was. You know what I mean? I didn't
Yeah, you were full commit, man.
full commit.
send.
Yeah. And you don't realize, but I guess there's just something felt little off, not with her, with the family or anything, but I realized it was like there was some weight that I was carrying I didn't realize I was carrying until we signed those paperwork, and the judge said yes and had us sign. I was like, oh, phew. Like I've been kind of breathing a little heavy. You know what I mean? So it was awesome. Yeah, it's sweet. It's all set. Family's awesome.
Good for you.
Everything's awesome.
I love
Are you going to do it again?
Praise Allah. Am I gonna adopt again?
Yeah, man.
I don't know, man.
In a few
You never
years,
know.
is that something you'd consider again?
Yeah, I never know. Yeah,
You never
I'm not gonna ever put it off the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well,
I
let's
mean,
say
it's
something
20,
happened.
30 years from now, I think you got to put it off the table.
Nah.
Some.
Nah, they'll get my life insurance or something. I don't know. It'll all work out.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Well, thank
That's so
you.
cool.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah,
So cool.
it's awesome.
I mean, we were all here, you know, even a lot of the viewers were here back when
Yeah.
it was just talks and conversation, and sure enough, now it's all said and done.
You know what though? I've realized like I've taken for granted how lucky or blessed, however you want to say it. Like I've always said, like I said, we're blessed because of this, but I never really sat down and thought about it. To have a situation like this happen to somebody doesn't happen. You know
No.
what I mean? Think about adopting, look at the cost of it, and be like, we don't want to be financially, you know, burdened when
Yeah.
you for a second. So let's save up and then see if it happens. And Lisa's time was like closing to where she's like, I don't know if I'm gonna want a new kid after a certain age and this and that. And then to just randomly have a call saying, hey, you know, this girl's gonna have a baby, somebody's gonna adopt. They said no.
Well, and you guys said that you guys pretty much kind of closed the door, right? You guys had gotten rid of all your newborn stuff.
We had gotten, yeah, we had come, yeah, we came to terms
Yeah.
that it probably wasn't gonna happen, right?
And then
so,
God
yeah.
was like, wait.
Gotcha, bitch.
The second you dropped it off of the DI, he's like, ha ha.
yeah. I don't
That's
give it.
awesome,
I mean,
man.
I'd do it all over again. But yes, I don't know. Who knows? It's if something happened, and yeah, of course, I love kids, man. I love my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I do. I do.
That's cool.
Anyways,
Dude, that reminds me. Have you heard that story about the lady who, she had a kid, obviously,
she did.
and like kid reaches about 5 years old, and the husband's like, he's like, you cheated on me. That kid looks nothing like me. And like this whole thing, and he's like, he even gets a paternity test, not his kid. And the wife's like, I never cheated. She went to Reddit and she's like, my husband got a paternity test, the kid's not his. I never cheated on him. She continues to investigate, realizes they switched their babies at birth.
I saw this story, and I have it in my
crazy.
notes.
Yes. And so this all made me think of this. So anyways,
yeah. This is bananas.
This poor like couple, she starts investigating. She finds her biological child.
Well, she takes a maternal test.
Because yeah, she finally takes a test, and like the kid is not hers. Like it does not match their DNA at all.
Oh,
So they got someone else's baby. Their baby went somewhere else when they were born.
This is crazy. Buckle up. This story
where
goes
did
off the
this
rails
happen?
fast.
that's crazy. Because I always give Lisa a hard time saying that Alden looks like my brother.
I can see it.
Because he's tall.
see it.
That kid's so tall. Like it looks like my brother.
I could see it, man.
But like they were on the verge of divorce. Like the husband wanted a divorce because he thought his wife cheated on him. And yeah, I mean, how are you gonna believe? Like until she took the test, I don't know if I would even believe it. I'd be like, you cheated. Like this.
You're
it's
not married.
impossible.
You're not married.
Yeah, it's like this is not my child. So clearly you did the deed with someone else.
Right.
But it doesn't say where it was. But the mom spent weeks tracking down their biological daughter, and has now allegedly started the adoption process to get her back, which is weird.
You gotta adopt
have
your
to
own
adopt your own
ba-
child. Yes, it's freaking nuts.
Well, tell the rest of the story, though.
Matrix.
Apparently, she was in foster care.
Yeah. The baby was put into foster care.
Yeah. So
That
so
shit
basically
rocked.
the hospital they were in, she said it wasn't in the best area. She was taken home by a family who ended up under investigation, and apparently when she was proven not their biological child, she was taken by the state.
Isn't that crazy?
What would have provoked the other family to test?
They were under investigation for something. I don't know though, like why they would have
Baby napping.
maybe.
I don't know.
But apparently she's also
But-
suing the hospital.
Yes.
So they're going to get a hefty sum from them, use that money to help them move state as a larger family. So I think move out
Yeah,
of state.
they're moving out of state. But do you have the story pulled up?
Yeah.
So also now that this is has been finalized, they're also going to keep the baby that they were sent home.
Awesome.
Well, of course,
That's
you
cool.
got
my
to.
God.
Yeah.
But do they have to adopt that one?
No.
Okay, good.
There's
I don't
some
think.
there's some
Isn't that
divine
weird?
intervention in
Isn't that weird?
Right?
You know what I mean?
So it's like,
Like I feel
here, we'll let you keep this kid that's actually not yours, but you have to adopt your own.
you're gonna have to pay to
but
get the one back.
They
that-
got the one, and they just got that one out of a bad situation too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's true, yeah. But I just think it's funny
It's
that
two
it's
for
like,
one.
because this
In
is
a
the
way.
baby you walked out of the hospital with, they're yours. Like,
Yeah.
just have them.
In a
But
way-
because,
Yeah.
Like-
it doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
It's
That's
like-
the government for you.
In a way, they're very, very lucky if you think about it. I mean, unfortunately for that poor kid, she was in foster care for a few years. But
I was going to say,
but
how old-
because of that, could you imagine if they were both good families, and they're both like, we just raised this child for 5 years, but that one's ours. But we don't want to lose
wasn't
this
for 5
one.
years though.
how- yeah,
It
how
wasn't
old
until
was-
she was 5 that they realized.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, the baby was 5 years. The kid's
I
5
heard it
years
was
old.
5 months.
I heard
No,
5 months.
5 years.
That's crazy.
Says I've been raising a stranger's kid for 5 years.
Really?
Because it's once it got a little older, the husband's like, kid looks nothing like me.
So this kind of, I'm curious. So Chris, what you were saying with Lainey and how the like biological side of it, where like in the beginning she almost didn't have that connection, it makes
Yeah.
you wonder 5 years later when they get their biological kid back, if the kid just instantly connects with the parents because of the
Yeah.
biology.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
There is nature versus nurture too, right? So you don't know how much
For
of
sure.
that the nurture part took place, but
Well, and especially if they've been put into foster care, dude, that kid would latch onto you so fast.
do you know what it was? It's not like an attachment. I think it's more like she had to learn to trust us. You know what I mean? And I know that
Stranger
sounds weird
danger, baby.
for a baby, but that's what it was like. It's like she built that trust. Alden instantly trusted us when he was born. You know, like that's mom and dad, whatever.
Yeah.
Lainey, it seemed like she was a little standoffish.
There's got to be something. There's always like an inherent instinctual connection.
Yeah, I think there's
Pheromones and like.
This reminds me
all
of
that
the
stuff.
story. Remember the story we talked about it a while back, where now I'm trying to remember if it was even a real story or if it was like a what if story, but where the kids got separated at birth and the one went to a rich family and the other went to
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we
Do
did
you
talk
remember
about
that?
It was in Japan or something,
Yeah.
right? Or China or something like that.
Yeah.
One became rich and the other one was
Yes.
poor,
yeah,
and they
I
got
remember that.
the
I
one
think it was
sued
a-
the
I think
other
it was
for taking their
theoretical.
life.
yes.
Was it a theoretical?
Well, crap. Now that you say that, I can't remember if it was really not.
You see, that's I'm like, gosh, was this a what if story,
Yeah.
or did it really happen? Now I can't remember, but
Do you remember?
I think we did a theoretical on it. I think there was a legit story, and then we did a theoretical.
oh,
On
okay,
if
That
we would-
okay. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
Huh.
okay.
on if we would go back and actually get rid of the kid or what we would do.
Yeah.
By the way, I missed you guys.
Missed you too,
Missed
man.
you too.
I really
It's
did.
not the same when when all 5 of us aren't here. It feels
More
weird.
organized.
And it's like it doesn't vibe the same. It feels weird.
It is weird.
It's not Five's crowd.
Yeah, I had to impersonate
It's
you.
four's a
few
group.
times.
Did you?
Oh, 100%.
What'd you
Because there were a few lines I'm like, Chris would have said this in this moment, so I had to say it.
Right on.
We talked about breastfeeding, and he did like a mama.
You know exactly the one I was quoting.
Yep.
Yep,
That's
that's,
the one.
it. That's the one. Called it.
We were talking about that we need to get cardboard cutouts of each of us. So when one of us is missing, we just put the cutout on the chair.
Then I could force the camera onto the person and pretend we're talking
Just
to them.
have pre-record some of the stupid stuff I say,
Yeah.
and then you just sit, push a button, or whoever's missing.
That'd be great.
I do apologize for being gone. It's
That's all
just
right, man.
A lot going
We
on.
get it. Well, he pulls up the hypothetical. Since it's baby related, Lucas went in for his second MRI, came back completely cleared.
Nice.
Great.
So his hemangioma behind his eye and into his brain and down his face has shrunk and has disappeared. So
Yes.
no longer a health concern there, which is
Awesome.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And the little bugger is walking now.
Nice.
walking?
Yeah, finally. Dude was slow to it, but the minute he decided he was all right, dude, now he like day of just walking everywhere.
Yes.
He's just it's one of those where he had to make sure that he knew how to do it before he
Right
did
on.
it.
Dude, Lainey's pulling herself up and standing already.
Really?
She's freaking Mighty Mouse. That's what I call her. I'm like Mighty Mouse. Because she's so short. I just like, me and Alden always picture her like walking around at her size right now. Just, and we're just like,
It's kind of terrifying.
it's adorable. She's so funny.
That's
It's
awesome.
adorable until it's nighttime and you see this little thing coming at you.
Yeah.
It reminds me, or not reminds me, but I love the saying where it's like, we spend the first little bit of our kids' life teaching them to stand up and talk, and then the rest of it telling them to sit down and shut up.
So
Sounds about
true,
right.
man.
That's funny.
Oh, let's see here.
So apparently, dude, these new AI search engines are getting pretty dope.
Dude, they're great.
So I wrote in like Chinese twins separated by birth or at birth, one to a poor family, one to a rich family. And it's like, this AI is like, based on the available information, there are 2 notable cases of Chinese twins separated at birth.
Sounds like the brave AI.
One born into poor and one born into a rich family. And it says, first, there's Gracie Rainsbury and Audrey, born in China. Gracie and Audrey were separated as babies and adopted by different U.S. families. Gracie grew up in Richland, Washington, with her family, including 3 siblings, while Aubrey lived in Wausau, Wisconsin, with her 3 older brothers, nearly 1,500 miles apart. Despite the distance and different upbringings, the twins have been found to be astonishingly similar.
Really?
Yeah, so that's the little thing.
Nature.
But then it says, in contrast, the anecdote shared on Reddit's r/Today I Learned subreddit describes a hypothetical scenario where 2 girls were switched at birth, one from a rich family, one from a poor family.
Okay.
And then it goes through the hypothetical. Like,
That reminds me, I came across this story. There is apparently 2 Major League Baseball players
Oh, I saw this.
that have the exact same name and look identical.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
They both have like red hair and pale complexion. They're the exact same height, pretty much the exact same weight. I think they even play the same position.
I think so, if I remember
are they
right.
not twins?
They're not, and so that's the funny thing is they are so similar that they ended up both taking tests to see if they're related. They're not.
Well, and it's a unique last name. It's like Feige or something.
It's something.
They have
insane.
bright red hair.
Yeah.
Like they both.
So they're racist.
Yes.
Okay.
You take that.
Like
back.
Zach?
He heard it. He heard the joke.
No.
He is awake.
It just means in their live action movie they're going to be replaced.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By someone black, definitely. Black with red hair. But
Pull that one off, Disney.
but they
Ariel.
but I want the person that kind of yeah, they did it.
Now let's see him do Tarzan. They'll never do it.
They'll never do that one.
They'll never do it.
Then they'll be called racist. But the baseball one is so interesting because
I just got that.
Oh, you oh.
That's Turbo.
the baseball one's so interesting because the guy wanted the stats. He's like, I want to know the probability of someone who looks identical, who has the same name, plays the same position, both made it into the professional sport. Like, what are the odds of that? And then he went off to like, I think he is the living proof that something happened and like, you know, the universe replicated and part of the Mandela effect.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
God's
like
got only a finite amount of molds.
we hit it. We
He's like,
maxed
crap,
it out.
we weren't supposed to use that one for another century. Put it back.
That one was
like
supposed
those-
to go to that world.
It's like those double stamped pennies. Oops.
One of them's worth a lot.
That's hilarious.
Have you seen that that reel where the guy, they're on one of those like roulette chat room things?
Oh, Omegle?
Yes.
Yeah, and the two guys end up talking, and I can't remember the details of it, but the one guy, he like sees a picture in the background or
No,
something.
the girl in the background.
Oh, she's actually in the
Yes.
background, and he would. I forgot how it all plays out, but he's just like
starts
he's
trying
like
to
pissed.
talk to her. He's
yeah,
like,
he's like
I can't remember
so and so, and he's like, I'll say like,
like, why are you
Stephanie.
there?
He's
What are
like,
you
what are
doing
you
there?
doing? And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like,
yeah.
that's my girlfriend and stuff. And so then he turns to his girlfriend. He's like, you said you went to go get your nails done, like
Yeah.
thinking that she left and this and that. And he's like, no. And he like holds up a picture. He's like, this is my girlfriend. And he's looking at the picture and he's like, do you know this guy? And he's getting all pissed at his girl. And he's like, Stephanie, what are you doing there? Like, kind of just going out. She's like, I've never seen this guy before in my life. I don't know. And he's like, what is going on? And he's like, I swear this is my girlfriend. And then they kind of start to like piece it together.
Well, they finally asked, like, where are you?
Yeah. It was like a totally different state. It was like one was in like Texas or something, and the other was like
California, I think. California, like, they were like
Many states.
Like
thousands of miles apart.
and he's like, so there's no possible way you could have went to visit him and then be back home in the same day. And so they were like talking, and he ends up, the other guy gets his girlfriend over, and he's like, this is her and stuff. So now the two girls are looking at each other, and they're just like, oh my gosh. And they start talking about like what state they were born in and this and that. And basically, long story short, they found out they were identical twins.
Get out.
Yeah.
And they were placed for adoption, but they were each adopted by separate families. But so through this chat room, they were
So,
reconnected.
through
Crazy.
a completely random chat.
Yeah.
Dude, I went on Omega once because I was trying
Omegle?
to, whatever it is, trying to get
Branch
my
out?
like talking to strangers phobia. Like I used
Yeah,
to, when I was-
that's the place to do
when
it.
I was younger, there's a lot of chefs on there. There's a lot of meat being beaten on those chat sites.
Yeah.
A lot. A lot of meat being beaten. I was like, I got to get off this thing. It's turning me gay.
I shouldn't be feeling wiggles in certain areas, and I'm wiggling.
It moved.
Twitching.
You pop a Viagra first and then challenge yourself. All right, let's see how long I can go before.
Well, I was trying to work on my communication skills because when I was learning, anyways, when I was trying
Starting
to
with body language.
Yeah.
start
We're going to start with 3 good mornings.
Trying to communicate.
and a happy ending.
Weirdest freaking people.
Was it
on the
you that
planet.
sent that thing? And it was
The
like
wave?
The wave. It's like with our world being based on time zones and there being Morningwood. It's like as the time progresses, there's like a wave of boners going across the time zones as men wake up.
It was bad. I was like, it was bad.
That was
Having
hilarious.
flashbacks, being 18.
Anyway, sorry. So you were going to make a point with that?
He made many. Right? Am I wrong? I don't know.
That's a penis.
It depends on if they're Jewish or not.
True.
That's an elephant.
Anyway, I don't know where my point was.
That you just tried Omegle or
Well,
whatever.
yeah, because when I was roofing, I was gonna start my own roofing company, but I was scared to go like try to sell and talk to people, like just random people. So I went on that to be like, okay, I'm gonna get me over this.
Gotcha.
And I was like, no, I can't. I can't do that.
Well, you chose the worst place to do it.
Well, I didn't know. It said it was a family-friendly one.
Did you see the one about the kid? Did you see the one about the kid who gets on there and he's like, kid's all crying. This guy's like, "Hey man, what's up? What's going on?" He goes, just got bullied at school for being gay. And he's like, ha ha. Well, it's about to happen again.
I thought you were. I saw one time where, on a more heartfelt note, this kid, they were like teenage, and they got on, and basically, like through the conversation, the guy started to pick up that this kid was contemplating suicide, and the guy ended up just being nice and having a conversation, just talking the kid up, like, yeah, you got nothing to be sad about. You're great. Like, and they got him to like show some like artwork that he was doing. And he's like, yeah, I get made fun of for my drawings. He's like, well, let's see some of the drawings. And he pulls them out. And basically it was just saying like, this guy just saved this kid's life kind of thing. And so it's just, I don't know.
How was the art though?
What?
How was the art? Was it good?
I don't even remember.
Was it like telling your 2-year-old they did a good job?
Yeah, this one's not going on the fridge. But no, I thought it was cool. Like just,
That is cool.
That's awesome.
I wish I could be that guy. I'd be like the other one.
One of my favorite YouTubers is he's a freestyle rapper, and he does Omegle bars. That's what he does. He'll hop on Omegle, and he'll cycle through until he finds someone that he can do a freestyle rap with, and then he'll have them say like 6 different words that they can just randomly think.
Oh
of.
yeah, that guy. He's cool.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head, but he's fantastic.
I think I saw this guy. I saw him, but he was out in public.
Yeah, he does it in Vegas a lot.
Okay.
I can't think of his name. Why can't I think of his name right now? I keep thinking Jack Harlow, and that is totally wrong.
I don't know. I'm no help.
White guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like gray hair.
No, he must not be that good at rapping.
No, he's actually fantastic. That's what's actually
I know.
funny.
I've heard him. He's
Yeah.
good. He's way good.
He looks like just your middle-aged dad.
He has him give him random questions or random words, and then
Yeah.
he adds them all into the rap, and it's
Gosh, that's gonna drive me nuts
Flawless.
now. What's his name?
What's your name?
What is your name?
What is your name?
Oh my gosh. Working out. Let's see. He's in my working out thing. Harry Mack. My gosh, I
Yeah.
couldn't think of his stinking name. Yeah, I love that guy. I would love to see him out and about and have him be in one of his random videos. I think that'd be so rad.
yeah.
I'm gonna put a list of random words in my back pocket just to pull out when I see it.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah.
For one,
I think he could do it. I think he could.
anti-disestablishmentarianism. Go.
Oh man. One last thing, at least for me in the notes. Does anyone else have any other things to add? So, for me, one last thing, because I've updated you guys on the testosterone, I wanted to kind of tell you the other side of things that I've been kind of experiencing, which has been kind of wild. So I went in for my 3-month appointment, and as I told you guys last time, that my estrogen levels had risen, and I was kind of way more emotional than normal.
Yeah.
I found out my estrogen levels were at 61, and he wants like the typical range is like below 25. So I have been experiencing wild swings.
How's your nipples?
Baby
They're a little sensitive.
What cup size you up to?
So the funny thing is though,
Are you buying tampons
Is
yet?
there a lot of pressure?
Yeah, a lot of them.
I'll help you out with it.
So, but the funny thing is I asked him, I'm like, so does that mean like I'm gonna get gyno boobies? Like, am I gonna get them? And he's like, well, if we were to sustain you at the level that you're at, yes, you definitely would, in probably about a year. Like, it's not instant. He's like, but I'm gonna put you on this little tiny medication that you'll just take once a week, and you will have no issues. I was like, oh, sweet. So I'm on this like seriously super small prescription. It's a half a pill, and the pill is like minuscule. You have to be precise when you cut it too. It's crazy small. But anyway, so I take one of those little tiny half tablets once a week, and it should fix everything. But the medicine is made and produced for women fighting breast cancer.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And to go into the science of it, which I thought was kind of interesting, is the reason I'm basically put on it is because that particular medicine is meant to decrease estrogen levels, which is a primary inhibitor
Right.
of breast cancer.
Right.
So they want to drop that, so it makes sense. But
Yeah.
I should see none of the side effects or anything because I'm taking such a minuscule
So you're
amount.
gonna be a dick again.
Yeah,
Right on.
back to being a. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
He's not. He's not. He's a nice guy.
He 100% is.
We'll let you guys be the judge. I don't know. I don't really care.
Yeah, he's back.
No, but it has been crazy. Like my patience nil,
Really?
dude. I have been so grumpy towards my kids.
Oh no.
Yeah, it has not been fun. Well, I mean, I can't say that. I just way less patient with my kids than normal. And just like little things would set me off or like make me angry, or I'd be like crying and I'm like, this is stupid. And Jess is like, now you know what PMS is like.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
It's still no excuse.
It was a good eye opener though, because prime example, I was at the gym the other day and I am without working out regularly, I am stronger now than I was like 6 months ago without working out. And it made me so mad and sad at the same time. Because I was at the gym and tears were rolling down my face and I'm like, people around here thinking I'm going through heartbreak and I'm not. I'm just pissed that I'm stronger than I was.
He's all too.
It makes zero sense.
Well,
Crying bench.
dude,
I'm so mad I'm reaching a goal that I set months ago.
well, here's the reason. And I think Jess figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
I was so upset because I was doing like leg workouts and I was lifting new PR records for myself. And I feel like the reason why I was so upset is I felt like I was cheating. Like I mean, up until this year, I had been religiously working out for over 20 years, never had hit the weights that I had. And now it feels like it's almost as if I was fighting a boss on hard, couldn't beat the boss, dropped the level to easy and was like,
And then beat him.
Done.
and I'm just like, this is stupid.
No,
there was
man.
no you know what I mean though? Like
I get what you're saying.
It was that, and I was like, I got to change my mental on it. And she's like, what you need to do
No,
is
you
look
just
at it.
leveled up and went and fought him again.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she was
That's
saying,
right. You took a potion. You're ready to go. Strength potion.
I took a buff.
Infinite healing.
And she was saying you need to change your mental on it in that you have been at a handicap your entire
Right.
life.
Yeah, yeah.
And now you're at a normal level.
Makes
and I'm
sense.
like, okay, that made it a little bit.
It's like playing golf with the clubs that are behind you on the floor.
Yeah, right.
And then getting the new and improved club.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's like riding the short bus to school.
let's see where this goes. Go ahead. I'm curious. Go ahead. Where's this going? Short bus to school, okay.
And then realizing that they mixed up the papers when you were young.
Oh, okay.
Not all buses have elevators.
Only the fun ones.
And you're just getting the results you should have gotten 20 years ago.
I know. I'm so mad.
So just
about
think
it.
where you would have been.
I know, and I was like,
So I'd just
by
be
now I've
pissed
been
that
the
if I
Hulk.
was you.
I've been the Hulk by now.
yeah, just be mad that you could have been stronger than
Yeah.
you are now.
I know. So now I have no excuses,
All those fights in high school. No, I'm just kidding.
right? Anyway, all right. Let's go on to the next segment. Does anyone have any new segment they want to bring up?
How about world news?
World news? Let's do it. Let's do it. Olympics are going on strong, as we brought up. Hunter and Tara. Tara bringing home the gold. Hunter is going to be doing his relay race, I think, next week.
Because the Paralympics haven't started yet.
Yeah, it's either in a week or 2 weeks.
I think it's right after
yes.
this one ends.
Yeah, exactly. So Hunter, bring home that gold for us, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let your wife show you
I
up.
was just going to say that.
Right? Right? Yeah.
Katie Ledecky
Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
won her 13th medal, making her the most decorated female swimmer.
Oh, nice. How many does Phelps have?
Like I think over
37.
almost 30 something. Yeah, 30 something.
wow.
No,
Or maybe it's in the high 20s.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Because he is the most decorated of all time, right?
Olympian of all time.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I meant.
just yeah, because he went when he was like 8.
Right?
Yeah, but God specifically made that man for swimming.
Yeah.
Have you
He's
seen?
like, let's make these longer. Let's
I
give
saw
you
a
the
thing one
slender
time.
body.
One of the Olympics that he
28
was in.
medals.
But he
28.
played on his strength too.
I saw this thing on him where they had like a digital version of him, and they were comparing him to the like average male, and it was just like, yeah, his arm length, he's like, I mean, basically right down to the fact that he should probably have webbed feet, just because
Oh, wow.
it was just everything. Like he was just proportioned to be a swimmer. But
28 medals, and 23 of them are gold.
Wow. What's crazy is like I mean, granted, it is the Olympics, but to say that you are the best in the world at something, that would be insane.
right.
But you know what I don't fully understand is like, let's look at people in the other sports like shot put and
Yeah.
javelin. Like,
Yeah.
what do you do with that the rest of the year?
Yeah.
Like, what practical skill does that give you?
Spear hunting.
Dude, yeah.
Like, yeah, what are you doing?
I
You
want to
just-
see what's the one where they throw the ball.
Shot put.
Shot put. I want to see a guy go bowling with the bowling ball like
Right?
that, and he's chucking it down
They've
the
got
lane.
to.
What's the weight on a shot put?
That's a great question.
Probably like 8
Guesses?
pounds.
Guesses?
I'd guess
I was gonna
8.
say
I was gonna,
8 to 10.
Yeah,
By
12. I think 8 though. Really.
Open competition, Olympic competitions. Men's shot put weighs 16 pounds.
Holy
wow.
moly.
So that is like throwing a bowling ball then.
Yeah.
Yep. And a
Dang.
woman's weighs
I can't even lift a
8.8.
bowling ball.
8.8.
What?
Can't even lift one of those things. I use an 8-pounder.
That Ledecky though, did you see what was it, a 400? Either way, wherever she beat the next closest to her was 20 seconds behind. Did
That's
you see that?
crazy.
Yeah.
She there was a shot.
I didn't
of
see
just
the video.
her.
Yes. I saw
You're
a
like,
meme.
she's not racing anyone.
I saw a post and it was like, my favorite part of the Olympics is watching the camera follow Katie Ledecky and make it look like she's the only one in the pool.
yeah, yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Some people are just built different.
Yeah.
You want to know kind of a fun
And
fact about
capitalize
this
on it.
Olympics?
Let's hear it.
This Olympics is the first one that the male to female ratio is 50-50.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Thought that was kind of cool.
That is awesome.
Because I want to say the next closest one, I forgot what year it was, but it was like a 20-something% female ratio.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was like, that's kind of cool.
I'm excited for when the Olympics come back here in 10 years, baby.
I'm renting out my house and taking a vacation.
Heck yeah,
Right?
dude.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Airbnb, baby.
I know
That's
a guy
good
who's
idea.
he's renting his house. He's closer, but he's like, I was just looking at it. He goes, I can get $60,000 for renting my house out for the month.
Get out.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
See, and we're in line for like Powder Mountain, or not Powder
Yeah.
Mountain,
Basin?
Snow Basin.
Snow Basin.
Yeah, basin and
That would be great.
yeah, dude. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
you know what blows my mind with that? It's like when the Olympics are here, Brindley will be 24.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Tell her to start training.
Seriously, like that guy from Turkey. Did
Yeah.
you see that guy?
The guy with the gun?
Yeah.
Put his hands in his pocket.
He got silver, and the dude was just like,
with one hand in his pocket.
yeah, didn't have. And you look at all the other guys; they had all that weird gear, like the weird microscope, like thingies or whatever, and like they had the patch on the one eye so they didn't have to close it, and like had a ton of gear, headphones and everything. And he's just like,
He should have had like a cigarette in his mouth and a beer in one hand.
well, and so did you hear about his story, like how he even got into it? Like last year, he got into a fight with his ex-wife, and to blow off some steam, he went to the shooting range, and he like
He's practicing.
realized he was good at it and he liked it, so he kept doing it. And then he's like, I'm gonna go to the Olympics.
That was a dude with a revolver, huh?
After he won, he got the silver. He said, he called out his ex-wife. He's like, I know you're watching and I want my dog back.
He's John Wick.
Bro,
He's a Turkish John Wick.
Did you see the picture? He posted a picture on like Twitter or something with him and his cat, his pet cat, and someone commented and said, "If anything happens to that cat, we're gonna see a 4-movie series."
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
How about did you guys hear about Pommel Horse guy?
No.
Yes.
So the American
Yes.
men's gymnast for Pommel Horse, super nerdy looking dude.
He
Like,
looks
everyone-
like the Family Guy.
Which one?
Or he looks like the Family Guy with the glasses. I can't think of they did a side by side. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, the pharmacist in Family Guy.
I think so, yes.
Well, he's got like these. Look at him. Look at this kid. Switch over. Look at this dude.
yes.
Just a doofy looking dude. He's like sleeping, waiting his turn. He's got his glasses on. And then a gymnastics guy took off his glasses and turned into Game 6 LeBron. He went crazy on the pommel horse. Like everyone was looking at him like, who's this freaking dude? Why did they pick him? And then he takes his glasses off and he gets up there and he just like nails it.
Really?
I don't think he got gold, but I think
Superman.
he won. I think he got silver.
You should do a Family Guy. I think it was Family Guy.
It doesn't look like a Family Guy character.
I can't recognize one that.
Maybe it was a different
No,
character.
but look at him though. He looks so derpy.
Yeah.
That Simone.
Simone Biles?
Yeah, I saw a picture of her next to Shaq.
Oh, dude, she's so tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, she's only
he's
4
just
foot
huge.
7. No,
Well,
she's
'cause it's
4
like-
foot 7.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's like this picture isn't altered. He's 7 foot whatever. She's 4 foot whatever. But then it was saying it was like her head goes 12 feet in her routines. So basically, she could jump over Shaq.
Dude, she's crazy.
It's like that is nuts.
Simone Biles is wild.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. The did you see? And I mean, and it made a lot of people angry. It made me angry. But the opening ceremony to the Olympics. Did you see what happened?
All of
They,
it was.
they basically recreated the Last
yeah, I
I
Supper.
heard, yeah.
Anyway, did you see what happened because of it? I thought this was great.
No.
Samsung dropped their
Yes.
ad spending for the Olympics.
Yep.
$1 billion.
Holy crap.
They lost all that funding because of that opening ceremony.
It was so disgusting.
I loved that Samsung did that. Loved it so much.
Yeah.
It was like no questions asked. Bam.
They just do that stuff to get a rise, though. I actually know what you're talking about now. Where they,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing, and they sit here and try to claim that that's not what they were doing.
Bullshit.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
BS.
100%. They're trying to backtrack. They're like, no, this was the dinner of Dionysus. Blah blah blah. I'm like, no, it wasn't. You guys know the girl that was even being Jesus, like made a comment on her own social media, like I'm Olympic Jesus,
Oh, really?
and it's like, come on, you guys,
Did
we're
you
not
see-
stupid just because you got caught and called out.
Did you see the video? There was two Muslim guys outside somewhere in Paris, and they were like protesting it. Like here they are, they're Muslim, and Muslim's a very strong religion, believes in their faith and everything. But they were protesting that, saying you shouldn't make fun of the Christianity like
Respect
that.
all the
like,
religions.
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, that's this whole thing is it's supposed to be like unity.
Yes.
And you're being extremely divisive on the opening ceremony.
Right.
And it's all in the name of inclusion, but it's like you're literally excluding everybody else except this finite, tiny percentage of humans.
Yeah. Anyway.
On
So dumb.
another
It
Olympic
was-
note, did you see that a bunch of athletes got sick in the triathlon from swimming in the?
The main
I
river.
didn't see
Sand
they
River?
got sick. What happened?
They
The Seine River's full of poop. It's gross.
yeah,
Really?
the pollution in the river
Disgusting.
got them all sick, like full on, like they were out for days,
Like dysentery?
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Well,
I
don't
don't
open your
remember
mouth in the
exactly.
river.
Well, I mean,
Is
you're
there really sewage that goes into there? Is that what it is?
It's one of the dirtiest rivers in the world.
Huh.
It's like super disgusting. And they like the
they ended up canceling
president and
other.
the mayor of Paris
Uh-huh.
like were facing a lot of criticism from what do they call them? Parisians? People from Paris? Basically the people of Paris were very angry that they were going to clean up the river and do all this stuff for the Olympics when they're like, why haven't you done it all before?
Right.
Why are you waiting till now? Why are
Right.
you spending this money for this, but not on
It's like
the
San
people
Francisco.
of Paris.
when they-
Exactly.
yeah.
But
Same
did
thing.
you hear that because they were so angry, the president and the mayor were like, we're gonna swim in the Seine River to prove that it's been cleaned. Oh no! So some people in Paris created an app and set up a series of toilets on the edge of the river, and in the app you could find out from which toilet and what time you needed to poop for that poop to show up where they were going to be swimming at the time they were going to be swimming.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's messed up.
So they were just in protest. They were just going to poop in it while they were swimming.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I don't know if they followed through with this. But
that's
clearly
messed up.
they didn't clean it.
Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
interference? Debris?
Well, it wouldn't be. It's only to the it wasn't to the Olympians.
I know.
It was to the mayor and the president.
Oh, they were gonna.
They
swim
were
it?
going to swim in it to prove that it was clean. Yeah, so it had nothing to do with the Olympians.
Okay, that makes way.
They were
more
trying to
sense.
poop on their government.
Got you. That makes way.
The
more
French
sense.
like to
That's
protest
a grunting
lot.
protest.
That's their thing.
Grunting protest. That's kind of like, remember during COVID, when everything was shut down, the rivers of like Venice and stuff started to have life in them again. You could actually see the bottom. You could see fish and different things like that.
Have you ever heard of a Wells catfish?
I don't think so.
They're a 10-foot catfish that lives in that river.
Good
10
heavens.
foot. And they're in that, you know how it goes through the cities and everything? People will go catch them in the middle of the city. Crazy. Anyways, I love fish.
I love fish.
I love fish. I love lamp.
I like turtles.
Because you love fish. This is total sidebar. I saw a fact that there was like some fisherman who had a television show where he would go and catch all these unique species of fish. They actually had to cancel the television show
River monsters.
because he caught everything to be catched.
Is it River Monsters?
He caught
can't
every
remember his
single
name, but-
species.
Oh, I watched that.
Oh my gosh.
I watched a lot of his episodes.
Yeah,
Really?
he gets so dramatic though with his dramatizations.
Yeah.
It's like
But some of the stuff he
But
pulls
it's
out
cool.
should not be on Earth.
Dude.
Like, it's alien.
those like the freshwater stingray and stuff. The largest freshwater fish on Earth, over 1,000. Yeah, they're crazy.
Oh man.
Anyways,
Okay.
Total,
Anything else globally, locally?
globally, the stock market crashing.
Oh man.
how much did it crash? I
What
saw
was it?
somebody
3.2
It was a
trillion?
lot. Yeah, it was a lot.
It was
So-
like a crazy amount of cash. Just got deleted.
So much so, it's like affecting other countries.
Oh
Like
yeah,
Japan's.
our economy affects pretty much everyone.
Like Japan's dropped for the first time in, what was it, like 50 years or something? I can't remember. And then Venezuela, they're burning their money because it's completely useless now.
I thought it was before.
Which is so
that's
so stupid.
That's not because of our stock market though.
No.
That's just their inflation is so crazy
Right.
high that their money is worthless.
right.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's like the
It's-
Great Depression when people had
Yeah.
wheelbarrows full of money that was useless because they couldn't even buy a loaf of bread with it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes no sense, man.
Well, because that's another topic. Is they're going through a whole thing like what's his face Maduro won again. Surprise, surprise.
Who's that?
He's the dictator of Venezuela.
Okay.
And so they held an election, and there's like a lot of claims of fraud, and that they were like, there's literally videos of them shutting people out from voting, like locking up all the voting places. The numbers, the team that lost claims that the numbers are all fabricated, and they have a ton of evidence. Like even to the point of the U.S. was like, hey,
He's
we
playing.
want to see your numbers. We want to see what's going on. Probably because they're trying to take notes.
Yeah.
playing from Putin's playbook, huh?
Dude, but yeah, so that's the thing is they were one of the wealthiest South American countries
Right.
for a long time.
Oil.
And then Chavez took control and he just tanked their economy. And even recently, after this election, they like toppled some of Chavez's like statues. They like just ripped them down. They're burning money.
Dang.
throwing it away and stuff. Like, it's
Take note.
crazy.
Getting rid of history.
That's what I'm saying. You watch it. Like, they're eating dogs. They have to eat stray dogs, some of them, because they don't have any food. Like, it's insane down there.
That's so sad.
You can vote yourself into communism, but you can't vote yourself out.
Well, luckily today the stock market's bounced back a good margin, so hope it continues back on that upward trend.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was kind of banking on it being down just a little longer to affect interest rates.
Nah,
It's down
man,
1,000
nice.
points.
1,000 points. Well, and what did it go back up today? Like 300, 400?
I don't know.
It went up a good point today. Like if you'd have timed it, yesterday was the day to buy.
For real. Yeah, I went. Is that current?
Well, it's after the
No,
cutoff
that's
windows at 2. Anyway,
That's different.
stock market's crazy. Let's see
A
here.
lot of uncertainty, you know, with
This is wild
people
times we live
people
in.
running for president that weren't voted for, but whatever.
Dude, I am so shocked that they can't come up with a better solution to the Democratic Party than Kamala.
Did you hear what they just found out she's been doing? So her team is secretly paying influencers to talk her up. And one influencer doesn't like her and like posted all the emails of their conversations and
Right
like
on.
them trying to get her to like how much they're going to pay her for what they want her to do, all that stuff.
At what point is it election interference?
That should be so illegal.
Right? That's the thing is because so again, Biden drops out and because here's the thing, when
Well, there's never even been an official letter from the guy.
exactly, which is weird.
Yeah, there was,
Um,
and it was stamped.
It was on Twitter, but it was what is
No
it? They said
official letterhead.
they said the signature. Yeah, there wasn't an official letterhead. They said the signature
The
didn't match.
conspiracies going on with that
It's
are crazy.
But still, it's pretty wild that we have to vote for who our candidate is for
Right.
each side, and then he drops out and she just slides in. Nobody, literally, last time around, nobody voted for her to be the presidential candidate when Biden was elected, and so she just magically is, and she took over his donation money, which is super illegal.
Oh my gosh.
Has that been verified?
I know that the Trump team was asking for an investigation or doing something because she also got a butt ton of money overnight almost.
Yeah, 60 million.
Essentially they took his money and just
So,
I don't know. It needs to be looked into because there's no way.
so they're going to be debates?
Heck no, she
Yeah.
can't talk.
They just
She doesn't even
announced
take
one.
interviews.
Are they going to?
Yeah, so they're
Sweet.
going to have one on ABC. Trump and her are going to debate.
Oh my
I forgot
gosh.
when.
Can't wait to see that blow
But
down.
Trump wants to have 2 more after that. But yeah, it is confirmed they are going to have one on ABC.
I feel like it should be mandatory. They shouldn't get to say no.
I just.
You should have to debate.
Just like you
It
should
should-
be able to say no to a. What kind of test was that again?
Cognitive test.
Cognitive test?
Yeah.
Here's the.
Also,
I don't-
Also, go ahead.
This isn't going to be. I don't like either of them. I like the results of one of them. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm voting
But-
for policies, not people.
I don't know, but
You and I
want-
have talked on this. We both
Yes.
want Robert Kennedy.
Dude, I would, yeah.
Kennedy
He's
would
wild.
be great.
He's got worms eating his brain.
Kennedy does not.
No,
No,
did
he
you see
doesn't.
that?
What?
You didn't see that?
No.
They found a worm.
That's okay. He did
No, he did. He
a
had
long time ago. Long time ago.
one of
He
those
had a
worms that
parasite.
people can get.
He had
Yeah.
a parasite. The dude's smart though.
Oh yeah. No, they overblew it 100%. It was just
they
kind of funny.
propagandized it.
Oh, yeah.
for sure. But here's the thing. I compare this to NFL. I may hate the way the coach is talking, but if the team's winning, I'm rooting for the coach.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
Makes
mean?
sense. Yeah.
So
Same
I'm
with,
there,
like, a
but
CEO
I'm
of
just
a
like,
company.
this is the best we've got. This is here's the thing: is nobody who's humble and sane wants that job.
No,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Nobody.
Well, that's the problem is all the people who are best for it are the ones that don't want it. And so how do we go find them and just write them in and be like, guess what? Surprise! Gotcha.
Hold on. Are you drinking beer?
That's what it looks like to me
Birch
too.
Bear.
I was like,
Pennsylvania Dutch?
You're not Dutch.
He doesn't know what
He's
talking to.
not
No.
even. Hello.
That beer's hitting good, huh?
Oh,
Getting
that's
their
funny.
nodders, huh?
We got us an otter.
Gotta get those Montana cherries.
Yeah,
Them hitters.
that's my opinion.
No, it's just the whole thing is crazy. Like it's.
Here's
I don't
what would have
know.
been. Here's what would have been. Let's say Trump is trying to get a vice president. If you could have got him to convince Robert Kennedy to be vice president,
Dude, right?
and then convince Robert Kennedy to be a vice president for him, yeah.
Well, and speaking of, like the person she picked, it's like, are
I
you
don't know.
trying to lose?
She picked someone finally?
Yeah, and he is a piece of work.
It's the Minnesota guy, right?
Oh,
Yes.
is it?
Yeah, I can't remember his
So he
name.
was
Wait,
in-
Minnesota?
Yes.
They've been incognito. She's been incognito for the last 3
Yeah,
months.
she just she was nowhere to be found for like months, years.
This is just we live.
Was
in
he the
some
guy
wild
that just
times.
was he the
Wild
guy that
times.
just gave illegal immigrants driver's licenses?
I think so. Yes.
The
Yes.
ability to drive?
Yes, and he put tampons in men's rooms in schools,
Didn't he like officially ban guns in his state too?
something like that. He's been doing all this stuff, and that was one of the states that was hit the worst during COVID. And he was, I think, he's not governor.
I
Is he
don't know.
governor?
I don't know.
But yeah, he's just a crazy man. It's like we're watching a sitcom, and it's just this long running joke, and we're all waiting for the punchline, and it's not coming.
Yeah.
This is wild.
We're the punchline.
I hate those those Instagrams where they do that, where they draw something out and you're like, okay, get to it.
Yeah,
And then it just ends and you're like,
yeah, like House of the Dragon season 2.
yeah, exactly. Don't get me started.
I loved and was annoyed with it.
What
Like,
did
there
you
was some
love
good
about it? There
I
was
didn't-
nothing to love
There
about
were
it.
some good things.
There was not
There's
one.
always good things, bro.
What?
The dragon fight was pretty freaking dope.
The one fight?
Yes.
I see more epic fights in How to Train Your
I just
Dragon.
started-
That's what I'm saying. There was at least one good thing.
Dude, that sound score is awesome.
They could have ended it. They could have ended
It
it at episode 7. Could have been the finale, and then
then
the
restarted
like
it.
season finale could have just been the first episode of season 3.
Music's fun.
So bad.
On a
It was sad.
high note, speaking of like just pop culture, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Dude,
Oh,
fantastic.
so
we all
that was
went and
good.
saw it. That
We
was-
had a guys' night. Haven't had that in a year plus.
It's been a while.
Enjoyed it.
Dude, it was so
and it
fun.
Center
killed
stage.
it killed all the records.
Oh,
Dude.
it killed all of us. We were dying laughing the
man.
whole time.
It is officially the
And
highest.
the
grossing
spoiler
R-rated
band's over,
movie.
so we can say whatever we want.
Yeah. All of our pants got a little tighter.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
I'm about to make a name for myself around here. I freaking love it. I hope he comes out with a Gambit now with that
Oh,
character.
man.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys see the thing I shared that Ryan Reynolds was trying to get Nick Cage to come back
Yes.
as Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
I'm like, that would have been freaking
would've been
cool.
awesome.
How hard would it have been, though, to really get him? Did he
Right.
really try? I feel like
So,
Nick Cage is one of those
Ryan
that's
Reynolds-
begging for work.
Ryan Reynolds and the director both reached out to all the cameos themselves.
But, I mean, Nick Cage says yes to everything, so why would he say no to this?
He didn't say no to it. They didn't have the
National
room in the
treasure's a national treasure.
They did, yeah. There were like they had a lot of stuff.
That's
on
why when I shared that, I was like, replace Elektra. Like, I'm sorry, she wasn't.
movie. You were
she wasn't.
really bummed out about that.
I was all right with it.
it. Yeah, I loved it.
I
Jennifer Garner?
See, and Jennifer Garner's great. She's an American sweetheart. Like, I love her, but I just feel like that character didn't stand up to Blade and Gambit.
Did you see that they're coming out with a new Blade?
With
Well, they
Wesley
want to.
Snipes.
He wants to. He wants to have a Logan style send off.
Oh, see, I saw that they actually announced the
No.
next
Hopefully, he
Blade.
pays his taxes.
No,
this
yeah,
time.
I just.
They've announced the next Blade with the new guy playing Blade.
But Ryan Reynolds
Vampires live forever.
said he
There's
wants
no new
to-
Blade.
He said he wants to have Wesley Snipes have a Logan style send off.
That would be
Blade.
Oh, got you.
Do you see that?
That makes sense now with the joke. Okay.
Do you see that this movie officially made Wesley Snipes
Relevant again.
the longest playing character
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
he beats Hugh Jackman as Wolverine now.
All right.
Does it
By a
really
technicality.
count? Does it
It's
really
a technicality for sure,
Count? It's
but
kind of like when they they reopened Endgame in China or whatever just to become it was Avatar.
Avatar.
Still
They
counts.
reopened Avatar in China just to make it beat Endgame. Like
Dude,
that's
yeah.
cheating.
But
Yeah.
The van
I
scene.
mean, technically, it still counts because it was
The
a Marvel
van
movie when it
scene.
came out.
that was
Because it's the longest. He's the longest playing Marvel or whatever live action Marvel person. So when Blade first came out in '98, it was a Marvel movie. Still.
yeah.
I didn't know it
but
was
I'm
and
saying,
then-
like,
we know,
But no, I'm just saying
yeah.
it's such a silly technicality because it's like Hugh Jackman has probably actually played the character hours
The
of
length
movie
of time.
longer.
Well, he has. It's over 10 movies.
So
Yeah.
it's a silly stat. It's like, ooh, Wesley Snipes longest ever. It's like he took a freaking 20-year break.
yeah, when did Blade Trinity come out?
he was paying his taxes, okay?
No, he wasn't.
Well, now he's it. No, he's making up for it.
102.
He was making license plates.
He was in the rock yard paying off those taxes.
He was hanging out with Martha Stewart's out in the yard getting ripped.
yeah.
Dude, when Wesley Snipes showed up in one of the Expendables movie, I got so excited. I was like, he's back.
He was great. What, you know what movie I want to watch? I haven't seen it in a while. What's the one with him and Stallone in the future?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the 3 seashells.
Demolition?
Yeah,
Demolition Man.
Oh yeah.
That
There's
movie-
3 seashells.
That movie's so good. It's so stupid good.
What are the seashells for? Right?
I don't even remember that.
I don't know if I've ever seen that movie, actually.
Really? Watch it. It's just one of those like old
It is.
classics.
Yeah.
Stupid good.
I like him in Major League. He's the guy that always steals the bases.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't he in what was that other movie? Was it with Kevin Bacon? Was it The Air Up There?
No, he wasn't in the air up
Or-
there.
Oh, you're thinking of White Men Can't Jump
Was it White Men Can't Jump?
with
Oh, that's
him
a
and
good
Woody
one.
Harrelson.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
starting to get Alden to watch all those. We got him to watch Cool Runnings.
So
We watched
good.
Sandlot.
Heck
We
yeah.
watched Sandlot just the other day.
Dude, he's loving all
I
Yeah,
know
the
he's-
girls got into it. I was like,
He won't
sweet.
stop saying you're killing me, Smalls. He won't stop saying it. I love
Yep.
it.
That's okay. That's a line that can be said.
Oh, 100%.
All the time.
Yeah.
His hat in the beginning, that stupid long hat. Like, what is that?
Fisherman hat.
Like, why is it so big?
I had some
And
of
then
those
he's
hats
wearing
once.
it at the end in the booth. I love it.
Benny the Jet.
Anything else? I mean, we all love Deadpool 3. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend.
So
I have
good.
said many times, I think that's my favorite movie of all time. Because like you were saying, dude, that minivan scene,
Dude.
that is like epic.
This is the greatest show.
It's so good.
It's so good.
The whole thing, start to finish.
You know how
Fantastic.
badly I want to see it again.
I still love that.
And the ending.
Same.
It's like the cigarette at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I want to now Google all the Easter eggs in it and then see it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because before I was trying to just
Sorry.
lay off of everything. I didn't want nothing spoiled.
Right.
But now
The
it's
whole-
like, okay, I want to go through and see them.
The whole desert scene too.
Yeah.
Wolverine's got the swords in him. Boing.
That's so great.
Yeah.
And I love that he like, pulls the swords
Clean
out of him.
yourself
He's
up.
Like, this is the fight we've all been waiting for.
One hit. He's gonna
so
say it. He's gonna say it.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Avengers, flame on! What?
Oh, so good.
And then the end credit scene when it shows him actually saying all those things. Got your effort.
And you can quote me on that. He's like, okay.
I might go see that tomorrow morning. I don't know. I need to see it again.
Let me see this. I saw this stat. It was really funny.
Did you see?
While he's go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you see the thing? I know it was fake, but they did the Marlon Brando thing. So it's like Hugh Jackman. He's like, how do you think Hugh Jackman has his amazing acting skills? And he's like, is it this? Yes, this, yes, sure. But it's also, he's like, I can't remember what he says, but it's a scene when Hugh's like, it's the camera's on him and he's screaming at Deadpool something. And then it's like, did we get it? Okay, we got it. Cut. And it shows Deadpool and he's got like a big billboard or like poster board with Hugh
yeah.
Jackman's lines on it. Because back in the day, Marlon Brando would do that because he was such a particular actor that his coworkers or like co-actors had to act a certain way with him. So he would literally wear like under his suit jacket their lines. and so they could read their lines.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Interesting.
So the stat was that now, after all the movies have come out, there are 119 uses of the F word in the MCU. 1 in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and 118 in Deadpool and Wolverine.
No way. That's amazing. That's hilarious. That one in Guardians was well placed.
Yeah, it was.
Where was?
Isn't that when they get in the car? Like they steal the car from like the aliens
yeah.
or whatever. He gets in. What does she do? She does something. He's like, what?
He's like, just open the effing door.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that.
Yes. He's trying to unlock it. She keeps pulling on it.
Yeah. Yes. I need to see that one again too.
That was good.
I love it so much.
I know I said it when we went to the theater, but I want to now see Star-Lord make a cameo with Deadpool because I just want to see Chris Pratt and Ryan Reynolds bounce off of each other.
Oh, it'd be great. Their
and
banter was
Spider-Man,
fantastic.
because like in the comics, like Spider-Man and Deadpool is obsessed with Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like those are his two favorites.
Gotcha.
Now, which Spider-Man though? Which one would you want to see? I don't know. Because I'm a
Be
huge
funny
fan
with-
of Tom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
think you'd have to do Tom at this point.
Yeah. that's
You'd
true.
have to, but I feel like Andrew Garfield he's got the wittiness.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
He would be really witty with him.
Love Tom Holland. So good.
yeah.
What?
I don't know. Tobey Maguire, bully.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Except for the dance scene. They ruined
Yeah,
it.
that was pretty bad.
Did you see Tobey Maguire? I think he's signed on to do another Spider-Man now.
Did he?
Oh.
I can't remember what the storyline's going to be, but I swear I saw something. He's supposed to be coming back.
How about that other big reveal?
Which one?
Did we talk about that last time?
I don't know. Which one?
I don't think we did. Doctor Doom.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We didn't
yeah.
talk about it. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I'm excited because it's Robert Downey Jr., but
Uh-huh.
he is Iron Man.
Yeah, how is that even going to work?
So he's a variant.
That's what it has to be.
Multiverse.
So there is
I've
a-
read into it. There's a comic where, in another universe, Iron Man turns into Doctor Doom.
They switch brains.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like a Freaky Friday kind of thing.
And so,
dang.
someone had suggested that possibly that on our Earth, Iron Man was our
Anchor being.
Anchor being. And now that he passed, our universe is dying. So we try to bring another Iron Man in and don't realize that it's
It's actually Victor Von Doom
Yeah,
and
Victor
Iron
Von
Man's
Doom.
skin.
Got you. How? I swear we touched on this, but I'm not sure, and I just want to make sure. How about Henry Cavill as Wolverine?
Oh, so good.
Oh, man,
Bro, he is so big.
The line.
I want him to be the next
You're like,
Wolverine.
they call him the Cavalrine.
yeah.
Dude, when it showed
love
him
it.
from behind before it showed who it was, I was like, those muscles, that's a fake suit.
I thought it was CGI.
Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, if that's Hugh Jackman, they put him in. Like, did you ever see Bill and Ted Face the Music, the third one? There's a scene in that when they're in prison.
I've seen that.
And they have these bodysuits on to make them look gigantic and buff. And I was like, oh, it's Hugh Jackman in one of those to just make him real big. And then it's freaking Henry Cavill, and that's actually his body. And you're just like,
dude,
that
he's-
guy's gigantic.
What was
I
the
love
line he
him.
said to him? We won't do you dirty or something. What did he say?
Yeah,
We
like
won't-
the
yeah.
boys down the street.
Oh yes, we won't do you dirty like those losers down the street.
Dude, I hope he literally signs off.
Oh,
I
dude.
would I would watch every single one of those in the
Heck
theater.
yeah. I
He
love
would be
Henry
so
Cavill. He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
He's good.
Speaking of how jacked Hugh Jackman was, he I saw him post something about him doing the rowing machine, doing 2,000 kilometers in like 6 minutes.
Why isn't he in the Olympics?
Right? So the other day at the gym, I tried that 2K in 6 minutes. Almost damn near did it, but I almost died. Like I was dead, dude. I felt like
Even with
throwing
your
up.
special juice, huh?
Yeah, even with my special
Even with
juice.
his buff.
I was dying.
But dude, so you know they're talking about
How many
making
kilometers?
2,000. They're
There's a
talking
lot.
about making
In 9 minutes?
6 minutes.
Yeah, flip it over.
Turn it around.
Look, there you go.
Oh, this tastes like
So they're gonna be making another Game of Thrones spin-off that's supposed to be Aegon the Conqueror.
Hey,
And a lot of people on the internet are like, freaking Henry Cavill.
Cavill would be
Make
great.
Cavill do it.
Cavill
He'd be
would
a
be great.
beast, dude.
Yeah.
Be sick.
I wonder how much they regret not keeping Henry Cavill as The Witcher. Has that even released yet?
No, the
What's
third
his
with
name?
I
Liam?
think it's gonna.
They
tank.
released a
I think
trailer.
it's gonna be terrible.
and it's not like
Hey,
I don't
he's a
like
great
Liam.
actor.
Or who is it?
Well, it's not. Yeah, it has nothing to do with them. It's the writers suck.
It's Liam Hemsworth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
The kid in Chris's shadow. Yeah.
His brother?
So, but yeah, well, they got rid of him because he was like, hey, you guys he wouldn't do this. You need to stick to the lore because they were trying to.
Because he's very into it and everything.
Yeah, he's
a
like, stick
big
to the
nerd.
lore, which I agree with. Like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, stick to the lore.
So, like you know, you guys watched Fallout, didn't you?
No.
No, you haven't watched Fallout yet, dude. You'll love
Me
it.
too.
It's so good.
What's
Like,
it on again?
Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on Plex too.
It's good.
It's so good. But so when they were making the show, the creators of Fallout, like the game and the whole world and stuff, because it's had a number of games over the years. When they were like trying to find directors, all the directors were like, you know, I'll do it like this, blah blah blah, like kind of talking about like doing their own lore, like all this stuff. Basically talking about how they'll do their own thing, whatever. When they finally came upon the director that actually did direct it, he's like, I just want a chance to write a story in your world. He's like, I want to reference, it's your world. I just want to make a story in it. And they're like, you're the guy.
Nice.
Because he's like, I'm going to use what you've created. I'm just creating a story in it. I'm not going to make up my own thing. I'm not going to
Right.
do my own crap. I'm going to make a really great story in this world you've already created.
It just
And
bugs
it
me.
killed it. Like, it's so good.
Do you have
that's
to
Fallout?
have played the
Yeah.
games to
No.
know?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
And that's Fallout, you said?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The thing that bugs me is when somebody already created a world and somebody's like trying to take it over and say, "Oh, I created it." No, you
I think
didn't.
it's the pride. They're
No,
just
you
like,
didn't.
they're like, I did this. I put my spin on it. I changed
Very
it. And it's like,
egotistical.
Why?
it's like, why?
Yeah. This is somebody else already created this. Don't.
It's not about you.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole reason anybody wants to watch it is because the world was already created
They're
and
a
it's
fan.
amazing.
Yes, they're a fan. Yeah.
We don't want to see your stupid interpretation.
Oh, speaking of the new Star Wars,
Ayosaka? Ayosoki? What is it?
No, Ahsoka was fine.
Ahsoka was good. Mandalorian was good. What was it? The Acolyte.
Acolyte.
I thought Asoki or whatever was like super liberal, weird
No,
stuff.
That's Acolyte.
No, that's Acolyte.
Acolyte?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ahsoka follows Ahsoka Tano, who's Anakin's apprentice during the Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Is
even
that the girl with the?
The white, the
Yeah.
white and blue thing. She got like an orange
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
the Acolyte. I didn't really see I didn't see it go not really. It's just was such a clunky story.
Like,
I heard it
like
was
you
so
take away the Star Wars, the story still sucked.
Yeah, right. It was just stupid.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw they're making a season 2 of one of the other Star Wars spin-offs, the one with the one pilot guy.
Han Solo?
No, the Andor.
Oh,
Andor.
yeah.
They're
Because
making
Andor,
a,
again, fantastic. I haven't fully watched it, but they turned it into this very kind of like thrilling like spy drama.
Yeah.
So again, set in the world of Star Wars. They didn't change any of the crap. It was just kind of a like what's going on, because you got to think there's rebels everywhere.
Right.
So they got to be using like kind of spy networks and trying to work without.
that's one I wanted to watch, but I haven't got
It's
around
good.
to it.
Yeah. Mandalorian was cool because they turned
Love
Star
Mandalorian.
Wars Western. It was like Western
Oh
themed.
yeah, dude, Mando was so cool. They're making a movie now.
Are they?
Yeah, and Pedro is still
Don't F it up, Disney.
right. But yeah, it's supposed to come out 2026.
That's cool.
I guess supposedly 2026 is supposed to be the year of movies, like good stuff.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. Deadpool is a high bar, man.
Yeah.
That set the high for me.
You're coming in at a low point.
Do you know what I hate about Acolyte too? Is they made the
Who did you say that to?
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Welcome
okay,
to the MCU. You're coming in at a bit of a low point.
That's great.
so the Acolyte, they made the Jedi who like stood for goodness. They made him seem to be like this corrupt.
Right.
That's stupid.
Well, and I mean, the first episode, this highly trained Jedi who's been around for years and
Right.
years and years gets her butt kicked
Yeah.
by some kid who didn't learn anything.
Who can't be? And then
Then
to
the
have
other
it
dude
s-
gets force choked or whatever.
And then to have it, to have it all of a sudden. Okay, now I'm just gonna. No, come on
It
now.
was stupid.
Dumb.
So stupid.
Dumb.
Watch, if anything, go watch the Screen Rant. What are those videos that one guy does where he plays like, it's like a pitch meeting. The Screen Rant pitch meetings.
Oh, yeah.
seen
The guy
those.
with the red hair. Is it red?
I think it's brown. He's kind of got a long face,
Yeah,
though,
yeah, yeah.
beard. But yeah, watch that, and that sums it up perfectly.
Okay.
He's funny. He's so good at it.
I have to check that out.
On the topic of Disney, they've confirmed the cast for the live-action Hercules.
Oh. Who's going to be
I don't
Megara?
remember who Hercules and Meg is. They're just a couple of course, like people who look like they've been carved out of marble. But
That's how it should be.
but Hades is Michael Keaton.
Nice.
Um,
He's not the one that played him originally?
no, it was James Wood.
Okay.
Michael
Keaton.
Danny DeVito is reprising his role as Phil.
Yes, that's amazing. Is he? Oh my gosh, it's live. Okay.
So
Cool.
he'll just voice it. I'm sure he'll be CGI.
Yeah.
And then he'll just voice it. But
No way. Is he really going to be?
I don't know. I hope they don't CGI it.
who were the others?
So you've got Zane Phillips is taking
No
on the
way.
role of Hercules.
For real?
Uh-huh.
He's the gentleman. What is it?
Oh yeah, the League of Extraordinary.
No.
No.
What freaking movie? The in the
Kingsman?
suits.
The Kingsman.
Yes.
Yes.
He's the kid in Kingsman, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, that's Taron Egerton.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So Zane Phillips, Michael Keaton as Hades. Jodie Comer has been cast as Meg.
Who's that?
Biggest thing is Killing Eve. I don't know. Danny DeVito returning to voice Herc's trainer Phil. Jennifer Hudson will lead the Gospel Muses, with Stanley Tucci taking on the expanded role for Hermes, and Simon Pegg and Nick Frost will play Pain and Panic.
That's the one I'm excited
my
for too.
gosh.
That's have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're the two main guys in that.
Okay.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was good.
What's the lady's name for Megara?
For who?
Meg.
Megara.
Megara Jodie Comer.
Jodie Cole.
Let's see who this
Comer.
I don't know.
mean, I'm sure
she
she'll-
does look
oh.
familiar. Oh, hey, was she? No, what is that? The Last Duel. I never watched that.
Oh, that's a good movie.
She looks
I
kinda
wanted to see
familiar.
that one. That's the one with Matt Damon and
Yep.
Adam Driver.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
I wanted to see that.
She looks kind of familiar. Oh, Free Guy. Go back.
Oh, Free Guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that okay.
It's going. Hopefully. Maybe.
It's the
Today.
Come on now.
Come on, robot.
Come on now.
Do your job.
It's
not
one
working.
button, you slacker.
What are we paying?
Robot.
You for?
If you were a pal, I'd butcher you right now. Make some
One sec.
sandwiches.
I showed Alden the Butcher.
There.
Wait, what was
Remember
that?
her? She's the main girl in Free Guy.
What's Free Guy?
Free
Free
Guy
Guy's
was
the one with
the
Ryan
video game
Reynolds?
with Ryan Reynolds.
Where he's
Oh,
the
I remember it was
C-
good, but I don't remember much about it.
Yeah, she was the
My
main
brain's
girl in
at
it.
full capacity.
She was cute in that.
Yeah, she all right. I
I don't think she's a Meg, but
Yeah, we'll see.
we shall see.
It'll
I've
be
been-
interesting to see if they like make her dye her hair brown and kind of try and make her accurate to the cartoon.
should. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they'll
Again.
face it. Are they going to do it off of the cartoon, or are they going to do it off of a whole like?
it's got to be
I'm
with
sure
Danny
it'll-
DeVito
it's gotta
coming
be.
back.
Yeah,
like
they
they
were
brought
on
Probably
a-
based off of the
That's true.
cartoon.
And he's the same shape too.
Yeah,
He is.
that's what I'm saying. I hope it's not just CGI. I hope it's actually him because he's hilarious, man.
They'd probably CGI some goat feet on him.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Michael Keaton as Hades. I feel
Yeah.
like if anyone's going to replace James Woods, he's going to do it.
Well, and
Think
when
about it.
Michael Keaton played the bad guy in Spider-Man, dude, he did so good.
The Vulture.
Vulture, yeah, that was so good.
Hey,
Oops.
last time him and Danny DeVito met, they were on opposite sides. He was Batman and he was Penguin.
Oh,
I thought about that.
I love
With the black
making those
spit, though, it's
connections
gross.
Oh yeah, he was really
Why?
gross.
Why? Yeah.
He's so in his weird long johns or whatever.
Gross.
He's so gross.
Yeah.
The black mouth thing going on.
Yeah. The black spit.
All right, one last little quick segment here. I got the holy ish.
Holy ish!
Did you guys happen to see the new drones that were released for tactical warfare?
No.
Absolutely
talking about the- wait,
terrifying.
You talking about the tiny ones?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I thought
Did you see what they do?
Yeah.
No.
They
fly on your
fly
body.
There are videos.
Almost.
They fly, latch onto your head, and they have a little tiny
One bullet.
Explosive.
one bullet explosive, and it just and they fly in at like 100 miles an hour.
It's essentially a homing bullet.
Saving civilians.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude, it is so terrifying.
Have you
to
seen
see.
the
Wouldn't
Navy's
the
drone?
drone itself kill you
Have
coming
you seen
in
the
that
Navy's
fast?
drone?
No,
Oh, it looks like that's a sea ray. It looks like a stingray.
really?
It's freaking cool. You gotta pull that up.
Oh, I think I've seen that. One.
There. Yeah.
So wait, wouldn't the
Because
drone?
they already do it with, they have like improvised explosives that people are putting on drones and stuff. And they just fly the drone to you. Because the drone can outrun you
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
easily. Just the
I mean,
normal ones don't.
They have a Red Bull one that outran a Bugatti.
Yeah.
Or the F1,
Yeah.
the F1 race cars.
Well, F1s don't have a high top end.
Oh,
That's where
that's
the
true.
Bugatti, I think it still beat the Bugatti.
Wouldn't, if it's coming at you 100 miles an hour, wouldn't the drone itself kill you when it hits you in the head?
It's like an assassin drone. Yeah, they're just making sure.
I mean, it's just like a
I
light
guess
plastic, man.
Double tap.
But it's
Yeah.
like legit.
Dang.
And it's instant. The video of it is haunting. Do you want me to send
I'm
you
trying
the
to,
video?
yeah,
I wanna
send me
see
the
it.
video because I can't
I've got
find
the.
it.
I've got it right
While
here.
he's doing, I was gonna say, look up this. So the Navy has a drone too.
That one I saw.
That thing's freaking cool looking.
It's an underwater one.
But here's the weird thing. So once we're fighting wars with just drones, like what's the point?
Then it's just a bunch of gamers at home.
Yeah.
Like, oh, speaking of total sidebar, but I just saw this thing where this guy did
Battle
a
bots is what it's gonna be.
he
The
did
new
Yeah.
warfare.
a lung implant on somebody from countries
Oh,
away.
3,000 miles away.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
robots.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But
What if you?
The sea
What
ray.
if your router needs to be reset?
Is my internet down?
No, talking about when you're doing a surgery from 3,000 miles away.
Yeah.
Disconnection, buffering.
That's our underwater drone.
While he pulls that up, my other one was someone using AI ran a script through it to say, "Hey, these are the parameters," and they basically gave the U.S. economy to the AI. They gave it
Fix it.
Yeah, exactly. They basically gave the AI the exact economy that we have and said, "What would you do to fix this economy?" Do you guys know what the fix was?
Cut out all the woke spending.
No,
Oh,
eliminate humans.
no.
What?
Get rid of renters. Like, get rid of landlords, I mean.
Landlords.
Yeah, in order to fix the economy, what the AI did to fix it was to make landlording illegal.
that makes sense.
So literally all the houses then had to hit the free market, making all the house prices drop, making it way more affordable, and then all of a sudden people had affordable housing.
Let's do it.
To
So
then
there's-
fix everything.
So there's zero renting. Everybody owns what they live
You
in.
have to
Well, because it
own.
makes so much more sense. Because you think
Or not you have to own, but you cannot be a landlord.
Because all these people are buying up the land to force renting,
pisses
and
me
so
off.
renters are paying almost double what a mortgage is, and they get nothing out of it.
Yeah. I thought that was genius to run it through AI because
Yeah.
you've seen that thing about the
No
Petri
bias.
dish, right? With the Japanese subway stations. Did you see that?
don't
So Japan, I want to say it was Japan, they had a Petri dish, and what they did was they put in the Petri dish some sort of algae or something.
Fungus.
And it basically makes itself super,
Oh no, I did see this.
I can't think of the word, but very efficient.
Yes.
And so it put nodes in the Petri dish on where the major cities are and let it just do its thing.
Yes.
So like food where the nodes are, and it made this perfect graph, and they made that the subway
Yeah.
station of
They use that to map out how they made their
Oh
subway
my
system.
gosh.
yeah. And
Japan
it's-
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's super efficient.
Yep.
So my brain's not wrapping around. How would you have renters without a landlord?
No,
No, that's the
You
thing.
get
There
rid of
are
the landlords.
Everyone buys houses. You don't have
Oh, that's
people
what I
buying
said.
houses and renting them out.
That's what I said is basically everyone owns what they live in, but you
Yes.
said not necessarily you just get rid of landlords.
Dude, I don't think
I
corporations.
misspoke.
I just don't think corporations should be able to buy
Well, that's BlackRock, right?
rental properties for consumer. Or like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I mean, there should still be like hotels and
Right.
stuff like that. But yeah,
Corporate
being able
businesses
to
and stuff, like you can rent business buildings, but when it comes to, what's the word? I'm losing my brain.
residential
Monopoly?
housing.
Yeah, residential housing. When it comes to residential housing, you shouldn't have corporations buying residential housing.
I
That
think
should be
that's
illegal.
Crazy cool. Like
Yeah,
fantastic.
that is
idea.
awesome.
That would
I
be
just
wild.
love I've really been toying with AI lately, and it has literally
It's
changed
so cool.
everything for me. So, what?
I thought you sent me the link. It turns out it was the nootropics thing. I thought he was sending me the link for the submarine.
Oh, did you
But,
get the
shopping
link
again.
I sent you
Yeah.
about the drone?
Yeah. See it. I want to see it.
It's on Instagram.
Yes.
Are we gonna get copyrighted?
I don't
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
Ah,
Let me know when it's up.
Oh, I think.
But this is terrifying.
I want to see it.
Like, all I could imagine is you're a soldier out in the field. You got it up?
yeah.
One sec. Let me make sure the robot works. Watch this. This is terrifying.
I guess there's no sound.
There has to be sound.
Click on
It's
that.
muted.
There you are.
Works.
Watch this.
Did you see that?
Oh my gosh.
Little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents.
Oh my gosh.
Like, why? Why?
AI's gonna kill us
So
all.
terrifying.
They're gonna get a hold of them.
Why? Yeah, you just gave AI the best weapon to take us all out in like one swoop.
Yeah.
Skynet, man.
Just a horde of them
That's why I'm
coming.
becoming its best friend. I've been using my manners every time. I'm like, dear ChatGPT, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. Please
she's
help
gonna
me."
Here's a
start getting
Snickers.
jealous of she's gonna start getting jealous of Jess if you talk to Jess
Right?
too
It's
much.
gonna backfire.
Builds a relationship.
She's gonna kill everyone around me.
I'm
It's
the
just
only
you
one
and me,
for
Austin.
you. Smart house.
But that.
Oh man. Anyway, that is I'm gonna call it there. That's enough for In the News and Vomlet today. Stay tuned next week. We've got a banger coming for you. We're gonna be talking about back to school horror stories, either from the teacher's point of view or the students. It's gonna be a good time. If you've made it this far, let's see. The hashtag is droning.
Sounds sexual.
Just do drone. That way, I don't know how to spell droning. Is that even a word? I don't know.
Droning.
Any last
D-R-O-N.
things?
My
Anyone
favorite
got a
pastime.
joke to send us off on? Any dad jokes? Off the top of your head?
Oh my gosh.
Chris should say the Apple one that he referenced.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Jerry.
Jerry who?
A single tear fell down Jerry's face as he realized that the early onset dementia had finally set in on his mother and she didn't recognize him anymore.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh no! Oh. Oh. Hashtag tears. We'll do that one instead. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in.
Love
We
you,
hope
Grandma.
enjoyed it. We'll see you guys here next week. Bye.
Wow. Love you guys.
Dare cheat!
Thanks for being part of this crowd.
Fits them.